Hello everyone, welcome back again to Baby Kid Foods, a channel of easy recipes, delicacies, modern and African traditional foods. Please, if you happen to come across this channel, please consider subscribing, view my videos, share as much as you can. And for the returning subscribers, returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. And if at all you have not switched on your notification bell, please switch on your notification bell so that you can always be notified when a new video is being uploaded. So guys, today I'm back with this recipe. I'd already done this recipe in this channel, but that time I did it for beginners. So I want to make some samosas. So I'm going to make beef or grounded beef samosas. So stay tuned, watch this video until the end. This is the beef that I'm going to use to make my samosas. And these are spring onions. So guys, you can either use leeks or use spring onions. And then I have garlic here. And some of them I'm going to make them with some chili, but some I will not make with chili. I'll have all-purpose flour. I have some lemon. I have salt. And I have the spices that I'm going to use. I'm going to use curry powder only, and maybe any beef. So stay tuned. Start guys by cutting my spring onions first. So these spring onions, I'm going to use them in a frying. So I'll start with the beef itself first because I'll well the beef is cooling down. I'll go ahead and make the samosa wraps. So stay tuned. So guys, what makes these beef samosas be more tastier is the onions. The spring onions will give it a very nice taste, and you need at least plenty of them. So stay tuned. My spring onions, so you need plenty of such. This is what will make your samosas taste better. So stay tuned. So guys, this is the time now. You can also cut your chilies, but because I don't want everything to be in chili. I think this is just enough. Guys, this is the beef now. I will now start by preparing my beef. So you have to start with the beef so that you can let it cool while you are making the samosa wraps. So I've just lit my pan and my heat, and now I'm going to start making my beef. Now another thing that we have to do, guys, when you are preparing beef, this grounded beef for samosas, this is one mistake that people normally do. When you're preparing grounded beef for samosas, you don't need to use oil because already the beef itself already has some oil. The beef will produce some oil. And remember also, after wrapping them, we are also still going to dip them in oil. So you don't need to use oil at all when you're frying. Otherwise, your samosas will be too oily, and you know it's not healthy. So what you can do is just to avoid the grounded beef from sticking. What you can just do is just lubricating the pan so that they don't stick. But otherwise, don't use much oil. So stay tuned. So give it a good mix. So you have to let the beef cook well before you add in everything. So keep tuned. Another thing, guys, when you're making this beef, make sure you drain all water or oil so that the wraps cannot tear when you are packing. Okay, so once you see them dry this way, this is now the time you can add in some spices if you at all. So I have curry powder. So if you have beef, anything to do with beef, whatever, this is the, and paprika, guys, keep tuned still. Turmeric and paprika. So mix them well. So guys, now at this time now, this is where we are going to add in our spring onions. So this, add everything in here. Then now you can mix them. So you can see already there it is shining and yet there is no oil. So guys, please don't use a lot of oil. Don't use oil when you are making this beef. So stay tuned. So guys, this is done. You can see my beef, grounded beef, ready for wraps. So guys, you can see it's even shining and no oil has been used. So if you are making this, please don't use oil. Otherwise, your wraps will tear because it will, your samosas will be so too much oil. So this is done now. I'm just going to put it separately to cool so that I can make the samosa wrap. So in fact, where most people have problem is with the wraps. People love samosas so much, but now the only difficulty they have is the wrap. So please tune to this video, watch it until the end so that you can learn much more. So I'll chain them in here to cool. So stay tuned for the next step. With some salt. Guys, remember my beef has salt, so I'm not going to put much, just enough. And then what I'll do, I have all-purpose flour. I'll make my dough. For samosas, it doesn't matter whether you're using cold water or warm water. It doesn't matter, so long as, because it doesn't need to be very soft like chapatis. Here is my dough for the samosas. So I'm just going to roll it now. So the next step now, this is first steps. Next step is this. Stay tuned. So when you're rolling, make sure you look at your wrap doesn't need to be that fatty and it's not so tiny, but they have to be slender. So this is not enough still. You have to reduce it a little bit. So this size is just okay. So I'm going to use this cup to help me in measuring them. So what I'll do, I'll make that. This now, we are going to pair them into two this way. So this is the simplest way of making samosa wraps, especially for beginners. Please watch this video until the end. You will really love it and find it so easy. So guys, this is the second step. Now we're going to the third step now, where we're going to roll them as we add oil. We oil them to enlarge them. So stay tuned. Oil here with me, and I have flour here. So this flour will help me roll my samosas well. So what I'm going to do is just to enlarge them. So I'll enlarge them to this size, all of them to this size. So from here, so guys, finally I've done at least 4 sets, each four pieces except one which has 3. So the next step now I'm going to do is now I'm going to roll this. So stay tuned. I'll add some oil to it. I'll sprinkle some flour, then add another one. Same. So guys, you see this one is going to produce 16 pieces of the wraps. So stay tuned. Enlarge this to a size that I will really need. So remember there are 4 inside here. So you make sure you turn them every time so that they can be the same size. And also when you're rolling, it also depends on the size of your pan and also the size of samosas that you need. If you need a standard size or whatever size you need. So I guess for me, this size is just okay with me. I'm going to make them in a way, I'm not going to use oil on them. I'm just going to make sure that at least they become a bit harder, just like the tortilla wraps. So these are samosa wraps. So stay tuned. Make sure both sides, even the edges, cooks well, because we are going to separate them. You can see, you can have a look at this. So this is why we heat them, so that they can be easily removed. So this is just done. So what we are going to do, we'll take it out And make sure you cover it well so that it doesn't dry up. So I'll cover it and continue with the next one. So I'll continue the rest. Stay tuned. So make sure the edges cooks well, because if that doesn't eat well, it will be difficult for you to separate them. So you see the way it's swelling. So this other side is not well done. So I'll make sure I turn it so that it can eat well. That is done. And again, I'll put it aside. So guys, our wraps are done. So what we are going to do now is to cut them. So we are going to cut them across in plus. Then again, this way. Then we'll put them aside. The next step from here, we are now going to separate them. So this is how, you see they're just separating themselves easily. This is the reason why we are adding some oil to them. They were 4, so they have to come out 4 of them. So guys, after separating my wraps, now I'm going to make a sticker using all-purpose flour. So I have all-purpose flour. I'm going to add water to make some sticker, which will help me stick them. So stay tuned. So after making this now, I'm going to fold them. Some people normally have problems with folding them. So what I'm going to do, you see this inside part, I'll make it face inner side, then outside. So the way it is, what I'm going to do, you have to check on the edge. It's somehow triangle, yeah? So you have to check on the edge. So make sure this part is adjacent to the space there. Then you put some glue to the edges, then you stick. We are going to put in our beef here, then we fold it. So stay tuned as I continue with the rest. So check the second one. This is it. Make it adjacent to that. Put some glue. Stick it aside. With our beef now this time we are going to wrap them. We have the wrappers here. So when you are wrapping them, what you do, you use spoon, you put in the beef. Then how do you fold it? You start with this side. You make sure you press it inside so that everything is in. Then you use our glue to stick up here. Then you cover it well, gently. And this is our samosa. Oh, make sure all the corners are stuck. So you see, this is our samosas. So we'll put them aside, continue with the rest. So you do this, add in your samosa, make sure it fits in well, then press this inside, make sure that every part is done. Then with the glue, do this, cover it, and check on the edges well, and you can see. So guys, I'm finally done. So those are the ones which already have been wrapped, and my oil is just cooking. I'm ready to deep fry them now. We'll see how delicious my beef samosas will be. Finally guys, my wrapped beef samosas are here now. They're waiting to be deep fried, and I guess my oil is ready, so I can just try by dipping one. Oh, so guys, there's this. Okay, it's almost, but not yet. If you want to have the best deep fried samosas, make sure the oil is well heated, because otherwise oil will get absorbed into the samosas, and that is not right. So make sure that the oil cooks in well. But I guess now it could be ready. So what I'm going to do, I'll just deep fry them. So when you are dipping them, please don't start with this other side. Start with this other, the sticked side, so that it can get stuck well with oil. So don't put them the other way. Put them facing this side. My samosas, how they are. So I'm just going to take them out. Make sure you drain all the oil from them. So taking out my next batch. So guys, you can see, look at my samosa. They're looking so yummy, so delicious. Let me just have one and see how it looks. Mhm. So let me just try one, guys, and see how. Ooh, yeah, looking so yummy, so nice, guys. So, guys, this is the simplest way of making samosa. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please try it out. Share this video and try it out. Thank you so much. Let's meet on another video. Bye bye.